I don't know. Something to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike's a big
putting those
Apple guy.
things on my putting those things on my Plex is just a hassle.
Also, Furious is $9.99 to rent right now.
I know, but I want to get the bundle, and the
I'm gonna just
bundle's
buy.
expensive.
Have you
I
all
already own
seen?
the other
Have you
one.
all seen Furiosa?
I haven't. No, I was gonna buy it.
Did you see it, Tom?
No.
Mike fucking saw it.
I did see it.
God fucking damn it! I haven't seen any Mad Max movie. Is that my pick?
You pick Fury Road,
But I'm assuming that all three of you have seen it.
bro. We've all seen everything.
No, you haven't. Welcome, everyone, to the Pass Control Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes we argue about what movies we've seen too much. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Saturday evening, sure, whatever day it is, we got a great show for you tonight. Of course, I'm joined by the one and only Martini Mike, the anime senpai himself, Michael Desir. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, you know.
How are the burgers, Mike? Were they good?
Yeah.
Okay. Also joining us tonight, of course, is the fucking Valorant guy, Todd Gary. Todd, how are you doing?
Here,
I just don't know what you are anymore. I need to come up with something clever for you. Who
Well,
are you?
The backlog. I mean, I'm just fucking going back and playing. I haven't. This year's been boring for me. So
The backlog boy, Todd Gary.
Yeah.
And rounding us out, of course, as always, is the Disney daddy himself, Mr. Dominic 40. Dom, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
We'd love to hear it. We got a great show for you tonight.
Oh, wait. Wait. Thanks.
Hey, you know what? Thanks. We got a great show for you tonight. Of course, tonight is a movie club episode, so if you have not watched They Came Together, this is your chance to back out because we're going to talk about that movie in depth, and it will be spoiled for you. So if you haven't watched...
Cameo has already been spoiled for you if you're watching.
If you haven't watched that yet, make sure you pause us now and come back at a later time so you can listen to this and enjoy it to its fullest extent. Before we get into that, a couple of quick housekeeping things. New cocktail up over on our YouTube channel and on the website. If you want to make something Aperol Spritz inspired, I made this drink for a lovely full day stream that is happening live as we're recording this right now. So if you're listening to this later on podcast feeds or later on YouTube, you have missed the live stream. But for a full day streamathon for Trans Lifeline that is crushing it right now. I think the last time I looked, they were like $18,000. So congrats to Alyssa Mercante and the team over there doing great things, raising money for Trans Lifeline. But that drink recipe is up over on our channel and over there, so you can check that out. A couple other quick housekeeping things. My review of Thank Goodness You're Here is up over on the website. I gave it a fucking 10 out of 10 because I went back and forth on a 9 out of 10. I couldn't decide, and then I finally decided, and it was, you know what? This game is a fucking 10. Dom and I will chat more about that on a future episode, next week's episode of the podcast, so you can look forward to that. In that episode as well, I also played and finished and reviewed SteamWorld Heist 2, so you can look forward to my thoughts on SteamWorld Heist 2 on our next week's episode. I keep saying a future, but it's next week's episode of the podcast. You can look forward to that. So other than that, I think we can just hop right into... Actually, you know what? This week's episode of the podcast, sponsored by Pass the Controller. If you're a friend of the show, fan of the show, you want to support the show, the easiest way to do that, the best way to do that, honestly, is to leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to the show. Leave us a quick 5-star review. It is super beneficial in helping us grow the show, grow the audience, helping more lovely people like you out there find the show. So if you can leave a quick 5-star review, it is super beneficial. If you want to donate a few dollars over here to the cause, you can absolutely do that by going to passthecontroller.threadless.com, buying some swag, going to patreon.com/passthecontroller, becoming a patron, go to twitch.tv/passcontroller, and subscribe to the show over there. And as a friendly reminder, if you're an audio listener, which most of you are out there, you can also watch the show live every week at twitch.tv/passcontroller. But if you can't catch the live show, no sweat. Type in Pass the Controller Podcast on YouTube, and you can find the VOD over there at a later time to enjoy at your convenience. We get the show everywhere for you. If there's a place that you can't find the show and you want the show, let us know, and I'll do my best to get it over there for you. But without further ado, let's hop right into episode 431, I think, which is going to be our PTC Movie Club episode about 2014's They Came Together, Dom's PTC Movie Club pick for June. I know we're in August, but if you're listening last week, you know we're behind. So we're going to chat about that movie. I have the pick for
My
August.
pick for July, right?
Did I skip a month? Did I say a wrong month? Yes, July.
Yeah, I'm
yes.
pretty sure July comes before June.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
something like
August.
that. If you're a real calendar guy, you might say July comes before August and not June. Yes, Dom's pick for July was They Came Together. My pick for August, I will reveal at the end of the episode. So stick around or skip to the end, or you have to watch the movie to find out. I don't fucking know. Whatever works. Or listen next week, and you can find out if you don't listen to this episode. I don't know what to tell you. But this is your last chance to back up before we hop right into spoilers. But as we always do with these movie episodes, we'll begin with, of course, the Rotten Tomatoes score for They Came Together. Did anybody look this up yet or no?
No.
So, the picture that pops up for the movie on Rotten Tomatoes is ridiculous.
Is it him singing in the shower?
Yes, it is. It's fucking ridiculous. So 431, we got, what do we think the Rotten Tomatoes score is over here in Rotten Tomatoes land? Dom, it's your pick. What do you think?
The David Wayne film. It's a parody. How many people got that it was a parody? I'm gonna put it at like an 80.
80 on both?
I'll
give you this. It has 98 critic reviews and 10,000 plus audience reviews.
Oh, wow.
a lot more people seeing this movie than I expected.
Me too.
I guess I'll go. Yeah, I'll go 80 both.
80 both. Okay. What do you think, Mike?
This movie lives or dies by whether or not people enjoyed the jokes. Now, how do I think critics took those jokes? I'm gonna say 70 critic, 85 audience.
70, 85?
Mm-hmm.
70, 85. Mike, Todd, what are you thinking? We got
Going
80, 80? You going 100?
100. No, I don't know. Fucking, what we have 80 and what? 70?
80, 80, and 70, 85.
I'll go 60, 59.
60, 59. I wonder if that's indicative of how Todd feels about this movie. Let's see. Who is the closest? Mike's got a big old fucking bullseye on that critic 70.
Cheater. He cheated. That's why I'm looking.
But way off on the audience score. Todd is the closest on the audience score with a 59 because the audience gave this a 40%. Yeah. Audiences are fucking dumb, let me tell you, about this movie. Let's see. They Came Together, Box Office Mojo. There are people. They hook us up with all the information. I don't think we're getting it for this movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect this movie
theaters.
made a lot of money in theaters. Yeah,
This is a movie that I did not know. If it had a theatrical run, this is the first
I
time
didn't even know the movie existed.
he had one movie that I would expect made any sort of money, and it was Paul Rudd and John William Scott.
I'm going to just go off of...
Role Models?
Yeah, that was him.
He
Right?
did Role Models
Yeah.
too?
Oh, I
thought
mean,
that
I know
was-
they were in that.
yeah.
I don't know if that was their movie. I'm just going to go off, I guess, apparently Wikipedia for this because I Googled and didn't see other information. But according to Wikipedia, this had a budget of $3 million, which, whoops, had a box office run of $82,000.
Yeah.
I would not have expected this money made money. I mean, this
Yeah.
movie.
I don't even think it ever made it to theaters. Probably like big theaters.
I'm gonna say it must have been I hope it was a very small release with that type of return. Like there's no way. What This is everyone's first time watching this film?
Yes. Well, I'm going to say yes, but, I could be speaking on my ass here. Todd is very well regarded in the movie circles. He might have seen this one.
Film was released in the United States in a limited release and on video on demand.
Okay. This is all of our first time watching this, correct?
Yes.
So, it's Dom's pick. Dom, do you want to give your overall thoughts first, or do you want someone else to?
I laughed a lot at this movie. I knew going into this movie that it was a parody. I had a lot of fun with this movie.
I'm going to tell you right now.
I can see that like a lot of people would hate this movie because it is dumb. Like it is a fucking dumb movie. But I had a lot of fun. I feel like I generally have fun with their shit. So
I was with Mike all day and had too many beverages. But even before the beverages, I can say I was talking very positively about this movie all day, Mike, correct?
Mm-hmm.
When I watched this movie with Jen, I was laughing at some points uncontrollably where I paused the fucking movie. Yeah. This and I can on record with Mike today and the night that I watched with Jen, I'm on record saying I think this movie might be a classic. I'm surprised that I've never heard about this movie before. Maybe I did at some point, but I'm mad that I didn't know about this movie.
It literally took Twitter clips for me to find out about this movie. So,
as somebody who has watched arguably too many romantic comedies, and I like romantic comedies, this movie hits so many beats about romantic comedies, even like dumb, small, stupid tropes about romantic comedies in such fucking ridiculously on point ways, in some just ridiculous ways. I was losing my mind with this movie. I fucking love this movie. To the point of, I'm going to say it, I wish this movie made me laugh as long as it did the whole time, because I don't think the movie was too long, but I think that there's some comedic inconsistencies within like the first half, maybe first 3/4, and then the end kind of just was like all over the place. And I wasn't laughing as much. And I wish I was. But I still love this fucking movie. Mike, what do you think?
Basketball.
The basketball scene is fucking crazy. Todd, I don't know, I feel like Todd might know. I feel like Todd's probably seen a lot. Have all of you seen a lot of romantic comedies? I don't know.
Nah, not really.
I wouldn't say a lot.
Yeah.
I've probably seen the least out of anyone.
From what I've seen, I feel like it's almost like a given that a romantic comedy has at least one basketball scene with the boys talking about relationships. So that scene alone is just so fucking poignant. It's ridiculous. What did you think, Todd?
And Jack McBrayer, like spelling everything out, yeah, I'm your friend that's like reasonable, and that's your friend that like gives you good advice.
That's your friend that's a womanizer and has a different woman every night.
What did you think of it, Todd?
So it's funny because I had no idea what this movie was about. I know it was like a romantic comedy, and I assumed it was just like a straight. I didn't know it was a parody. So I was watching it for like 5 or 10. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. What is this? And then literally it clicked, and I'm like, oh my god. So I rewatched. I started over from the beginning. I was like, okay, let's just reset. When you said this, I think this is could be in the conversation as one of the better comedies of all time. I think it's up there as seeing Napoleon Dynamite the first time, and this movie is just like a movie I'll watch. I'll 100% be watching this movie again.
I almost rewatched it today.
Oh man, it's like that. It's like that good. I think it's a classic, and like you guys said, I know why. If someone went into a theater or someone rented this and they thought they were getting they would be like, "What the fuck is going on?" He's like, "You like fiction?"
Never mean anyone that likes fiction.
Yeah, right.
What about you, Mike?
Before I even answer that, I like to imagine. So Todd, when did it click for you? Was it when Jason Mantzoukas fell out of the window?
No, it was before that. But like within the first few minutes, like she's falling down the stairs, everything's happening. Like, what is this? I'm like, are they trying to like I don't understand. Like, because I was not prepared for that type of a movie.
It's so good though, because like again, so many romantic comedies is like one of the romantic leads is always like the or whatever it is, like the klutz or the this or whatever. So it's like, yeah, you'd expect Amy Poehler to be in a very physical comedy situation anyway, so maybe that's just what it's going on. But no, that's how those fucking movies are. So it's like she's taking the thing out of her closet and just boxes all everywhere. It's it's so ridiculous. I fucking love it so much.
I think one of the reasons why this movie works so well for me too is because it's like a very long episode of The State, and I was obsessed with The State, and that's where all these. So it's basically like you're just watching one big long skit, like of different scenarios and everything.
And I think that's. We still haven't let Mike talk. But I think that's one of the reasons that it works so well is that all of the actors in this movie are like great at like comedy. Like
So Mike, what did you think of it overall?
Okay, now that I'm gonna speak, I think it was us a while ago. I'm sure it was, and I don't know what episode it was, but we were talking about parody films, and I was saying like the last good parody film was whatever. I think I said Not on the Team movie, and then we're talking about the scary movies, blah 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 blah. That said, had I known this film existed and it came out 10 years ago, I would have easily made my answer to that.
Right.
That they came together. I was like, no, that was the last good parody film. I don't know how it slipped on the radar. I don't know what I was doing.
It's one of the best parody films ever. Personally,
it's so good. It's so good.
I feel like I like Paul Rudd. I like Amy Poehler. I don't know how this movie would have come out without me being like, oh, let me see what this is about. Unless like it had no marketing or it had a very limited release.
I mean, 10 years ago, it has Ed Helms in it. Ed Helms post The Hangover. It has Max Greenfield should have been in the middle of New Girl, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
2014.
Exactly. And his scenes were so good.
His scenes are ridiculous. Like, I don't think he ever refers to Paul Rudd other than anything other than Big Brother, and it's fucking ridiculous.
I don't know how they kept a straight face there.
I literally must have been a mess. Multiple times watching this movie, I paused it and looked at Jen. I was like, "We got to look up fucking outtakes after this. There's no way that there's not just fucking gold. I gotta look it up. There's got to be gold."
Can we just talk about like when he goes? He's like, "What's behind your ear?" And then he's got the
cheeseburger.
And then she's like, "Go eat that in bed." It's like everything is so good. Oh, when she's like, "My Aunt Flo," and he's like, "Oh, you got your period or something?" Like this is like the most ridiculous.
It's such a good line.
And then there's one other line where he says he asks about, he brings up Q-tips and he's like, "You ever given yourself a what does he say? A pap smear?" He's like, because of Q-tips. He's like, because of Q-tips.
It's so fucking good.
So ridiculous.
It's so good. I gotta pull up my notes. I feel like I kept writing things down because I was like, this movie is insanity.
Keenan's goatee is just like that had to have been grown for this movie, right? There's no reason for him to have that goatee.
I meant to look it up because I feel like there is another actual rom-com that has the same like setup where they're the couples sitting at dinner in the future talking about how they met. I feel like that is actually
the plot of the movie is You've Got Mail.
Yeah, that's what Jen pointed that out. I've never seen that.
I don't know I can't remember if the like sitting at the table thing was You've Got Mail, but the like plot of like I think it was big bookstore versus
independent bookstore. Yeah.
I don't remember.
I also liked that it was like big candy versus small candy, where she literally just gives candy away for free.
Yeah. There was a quote like it sucks that Bill Hader was relegated to like the fucking future scenes because
him and Ellie Kempner.
Yeah, I think Bill Hader's so fucking funny, and one of the things in one of those scenes, I forget what the previous line was, but something about it must have been when they had I don't know, but maybe it was when they first had sex. But Bill Hader says,
Like, how'd you balance her on your feet like that? I mean, how'd you balance her on your feet like that?
Not
She's
even-
like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I
was
must have used my
picturing that.
imagination.
It must have been before that then, because he says taking a stinky shit is better than having sex. And once you've been together that long, and it's not even fun. Like, I don't know, me saying it out loud right now is not funny, but like in the context of what's happening, and then he just says that is, I don't know, very fucking
You
funny
get
to
that
me.
pussy hole.
Yeah,
You just give me that hole.
When
if
they hit so many stupid things about rom-coms though so perfectly, like when at the beginning of the movie, when Paul Rudd is like in the office with Jason Mantzoukas, and he's like, I'm gonna ask Tiffany to marry me, I'm whatever, and the conversation just immediately changes, and Jason Mantzoukas pulls out a fucking Nerf football, and he goes, "Hey champ, catch this," and throws a fucking football. Like, that's what they fucking do in half these fucking movies. Like, if you watch How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days with fucking
That's a different movie.
yeah, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days with fucking Matthew McConaughey and I don't know, the girl from not Empire Records, Penny Lane. What's the Penny Lane? Almost Famous. What's her name?
Yeah.
What is her name?
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson.
Her name's Penny Lane in that movie, right?
In
Almost Famous.
Yes.
Like, I'm almost like for certain that this exact same fucking scene happens, minus the falling out the window thing, which is just like ridiculous to add to it. But to keep that scene getting even more ridiculous when
he's just hanging.
yeah,
He's hanging, and Michael Schultz comes in.
He's like, hey, and he grabs a condom from the bowl of condoms.
that's what I was gonna say. The condom bowl thing is just like fucking bonkers, ridiculous, like stupid comedy that just works so well for what these fucking
Hey, your
movies are.
girlfriend's home right now, right?
Yes, I haven't seen Michael Showalter like that in so long too. That was like prime time.
He sticks his finger and like swirls the fucking condom around his finger. I'm like, this is absolutely ridiculous. When she goes to see Ed Helms' character at whatever fucking place that is, and she's like talking about the business, and he says like
Ed Helms' character? You mean Egbert Flaps?
yes, he's like, the whole scene is so good. Oh, thanks for meeting me, Mr. Flaps. Oh, please call me Egbert. My friends call me Egbert. Oh, I'm so sorry. What's your actual name? No, my name's Egbert. But his name's fucking Mr. Flaps. But then like they talk about whatever they're talking about, and then she's like, "Oh, why did your girlfriend leave you or whatever?" And she's like, "Oh, I don't know. Like Keith, my brother Keith can explain it better." And she's like, "Oh, what? You should ask Keith. He's right over there." And then he comes over, and like she's like, "All right, Keith, can I ask you?" And he just like tells her, and then he walks away. I'm like, everything about this scene is so fucking stupid, and I love it. I don't know. I love this fucking movie. It's so fucking stupid. It's so good.
One of the parts that I was dying laughing and had to pause and go back was when it just breaks down into a Nora Jones music video.
Yes, yeah, so good.
Why do they? Okay,
Literally in the middle of the fucking movie.
and it's so good that the actors just like walk in and it's like giving them like credits on the screen. Why is
The Chirons.
John Stamos there, and why do they credit him twice? I don't understand.
I just love how much they commit to the bits too.
Yeah,
Even
it's
at
so
the-
good.
Even at the bar, where he's like, "Let's tell me about it." It just goes on. It goes on forever. It's just like Amanda was like, she could hear it in the other room. She's like, "Are you just playing that over and over again?" I'm like, "No, that is the movie."
When it kept going, Jen was like, "What if this was the movie for the rest of the movie?" I was like, "I don't know. I'd probably still like it. I still think it would be funny." And it's funny how they break out of that scene where it's like Paul Rudd's like, "Oh," Pillar's like, "Okay, all right, keep going."
Yeah.
When
I have
go ahead, no, go ahead.
okay, I have a quick question. Was there improv in this movie too?
There's gotta be.
Because I only asked because the moment where they were talking about how Paul Rudd's character got assaulted on Halloween, he's like, yeah, they called it what was it?
Dick or tweet. Dick or teat.
The way he paused, it was like he's definitely thinking about what to follow this up with. Yeah, he's just running with it.
when Tiffany breaks up with, or when Paul Rudd goes to propose, and like the whole composition of that scene where he like goes into the fucking apartment and like you can clear them having sex, and he's still just like, Tiffany. He sees the clothes on the floor, Tiffany, and he doesn't fucking do it. And they go into the room, and he's still proposing while they're having sex on the bed. When he leaves after that, and it's like black and white, and he's like buttoning up his fucking jacket, and like the sad saxophone music playing, and then the guy playing the saxophone is in the scene. And then when they cut to another scene, he's in the next scene, just in the background playing the saxophone. It's so fucking stupid, and it's so fucking good. This is the type of shit that I just eat up. I'm just like, this is great. Right. Everything about this is great.
You gotta go back and watch
so
like
bad,
OG
Bubby.
State. You gotta watch like it's like sketch, just like straight up sketch comedy. Do you ever watch The State?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, you should watch it.
Yeah,
Jen probably has watched it.
Showalter.
It's
David
all the guys.
Wayne.
Yeah, it's all those guys.
The guys from Reno. Yeah.
Yep. Tom Lennon and
Tom Lennon.
I forget her.
Is it on a streaming service?
I don't know. It's a great question. I'll find out.
Yeah, what's her name? Trudy.
I can't remember Trudy's.
Harry O'Hara. Is it something like that? Or...
No, it's a hyphenated name.
Something with a K. Her first name's like. I don't know, I keep wanting to say her first name. Kim.
It's on Paramount Plus, actually, Brenden. Oh man, it's all on. Yeah, the whole thing's on Paramount Plus.
Damn, I might just.
I'm just gonna start watching that now. I highly recommend like giving an episode or two a chance.
I'm gonna dip my balls in.
I'm gonna dip.
I looked at the IMDb cast for The State, and it's impossible to find out who you're talking about because for every actor it just says various. It doesn't say like who they play because it just plays various.
Yeah, no. We're talking about her character from a different show.
Oh, okay.
I remember like her name, the actress's actual name, and I can't remember.
It's Carrie Kenny Sullivan.
Yes, Carrie. Yes,
okay, there it is.
And
it was
Joe
right.
Yeah.
And that's where Joe, the guy from Reno 911.
Oh yeah, Joe Lotugio.
Yeah.
I fucking remember his name offhand, but I don't remember Carrie's name.
Well, he's in multiple shows that you've watched, probably.
Yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Reno.
I meant to.
I'm pretty sure he's the guy that they. He's the guy that they hit in Superbad. The guy who hits them with the car.
I meant to look it up to like see, but when there's a scene when Amy Poehler is like, "Oh, I gotta call my best friend," and she calls Melanie Linsky's character, Melanie Linsky.
Yep.
And Jen was like dying laughing because, and I don't know this for sure, but she was like, "Oh, that actress plays like the best friend in so many rom-coms." I don't know if that's like an actual thing or not, but it's funny because like if that's true,
she's in He's just not that into you. She's in He's Just Not That Into You. But is that her?
But
I think it is.
But if that's the joke, it's even funnier because like I gotta call my best friend, and she calls Melanie Linsky's character, but like the rest of the movie, her best friend is Teyana Paris.
Yeah.
So like it's even funnier to me that it's like, hey, we're gonna just put this character in here. It's because you call her because she's your quote unquote best friend, because that's like the joke. If that's actually what's going on there. It's such a fucking funny movie. Like when they finally like kiss for the first time, Paul Rudd and Amy Poehler,
they knock over everything,
and they knock everything over where they're just in the scene actively just fucking throwing everything.
There's just a bunch of extra like little tiny towers of like
it's all the same shelf. It's all the same shelf. There's one scene where there's one part of it where the shelf is like closer to the camera, and like the jars on the shelf just have like fucking masking tape it's like marbles, dirt, like just random shit, and it's like it's all so good. It's all so fucking good.
We never talked about Chris Maloney at the Halloween party.
The best scene in the movie. It might be the best scene in the movie. Everything about that where
he just went in there, and I decided that I would change it to guy that just got out of the shower.
It's up there for best scene in the movie. Like to the point of it. I said to Mike earlier, I was like, "This is giving me like we're just looking for the guy that did this like vibes." Like it's such a good scene. and then after when Jason Mantzoukas' character is just like, so who do you think did it? It's so fucking good. Oh man, I went to change costumes and I think someone must have just put my costume on and took a shit. It's so fucking good. Oh,
You're fired. Now get out of here before I change my mind. But I want you to change your mind.
I don't know. Aside from feeling like there just was some weird, like, non-joke, more just like plot cleanup shit towards the end of the movie that I was like, I don't really care about the plot. Like, I am not here for the plot of this. I don't give a fuck how this movie wraps up. Aside from that stuff that just like, I just like, oh, okay, I guess I won't laugh for a little bit. Aside from that, I was just like, this movie is so fucking good. Like, it's
you didn't laugh when Michael Shannon showed up with a fucking sword?
No, that part I did. That whole scene was great, where it was like the ex-boyfriend shows up, Michael Shannon shows up.
Michael Shannon gets shot in the face.
Yeah, that was a lot. But is Randall Park also on the state? He's there for no reason. He's just in the fucking office as a random person. Todd, you're muted. Todd, you're still muted.
Am I really?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, I got nothing to say now.
Okay. I don't know if we were recording or not when Dom did it earlier, but the fact that like they elongated a lot of the the exits from scene with like a multiple back and forth. Hey, thanks. Hey, you're welcome. Hey, you're welcome. Hey, guess what? Thanks for being you. Like, just stupid shit like that. It was. This movie is special. Like, if you like ridiculous
like
comedy,
absurdist humor, basically.
yeah. But like, if you like, I can absolutely see if you were going into this hoping for a rom-com and not getting that, being like, what the fuck? But
It's
like,
more calm than rom.
If you know this is poking fun at that, I think it nails so many tropes about those movies in just ridiculous ways. I fucking love this movie. I thought this movie was great.
I feel like I don't have, other than rehashing jokes, I don't know what else I even have to say about the film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which we can do. Like, I'm down.
I mean, if there's things you want to bring up that we haven't talked about, like, do it up. Or things you want to just double down on, like, that's fine.
Like Judge Judy.
The Judge Judy thing I didn't understand.
No.
Was there nothing to understand? Okay, all right, I get it.
When they ran to Boston looking for
yes.
That,
did you hear the guys in the background? He's like Ben Affleck and something.
Yeah.
It was literally just the same outside of the apartment with like Red Sox banners and stuff.
Yeah.
When Amy Poehler is talking to her friend, and then like she just leans in for a kiss, and she's like, "No." It's like, "Yeah, all right, I was just feeling it out."
And the whole like Thomas Jefferson thing, like the
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin, yeah.
When they run into each other and then they show up to the party together, and Jason Mantzoukas goes, "Oh, they came together." I was like, "I fucking nailed this movie. I fucking got it." I was so happy. I was so fucking happy.
My party tomatoes.
Party tomatoes was good. There's so many dumb throwaway jokes that like I feel like when we were together earlier, Mike, we were talking about lines we were gonna continue to use from this movie. Am I misremembering our conversation?
That might have been for Deadpool.
Yeah, same shit.
Both. Oh, I'm gonna make a name for myself.
Oh, that's what it was. Whoops.
Yeah. Playing over the movie in my head.
That's a certified banger.
It really was just like fucking a fun time. Like, it was just a very entertaining fucking movie to watch.
I also forgot it was David Wayne when I started it too, and so like I was like expecting something stupid, like not like I was like, yeah, it all worked out.
I think I referenced the wrong Michael earlier, by the way. I think I said Michael Showalter. It was Michael Ian Black that was in the movie.
Oh, yes, 100%.
Showalter was the writer. Showalter was the writer.
Yeah.
Showalter is the main character from Wet Hot American Summer, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people from this movie are in Wet Hot American Summer. Is that David Wayne too?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Have any of you watched the sequel on Netflix?
No, I watched the first episode or two.
I laughed. I thought it was pretty fun.
Any of you guys watch Stella?
I don't know.
Not
Episodes.
for a long time.
Okay.
The Michaels had a show too, right?
I
Yes.
think Michael and Michael Have Issues was a show that they did, yeah.
Those guys got a lot of TV shows.
Yeah. Because they're funny dudes and they keep getting money to do things, I suppose. I don't know how Hollywood works. I almost feel like this movie, at certain points, this movie struck me as like somebody who tried to make a rom-com and they got specific notes like, no, you need to have this, you need to have this. And he's like, all right, I'll put all these fucking things in here for you. All of them. It's like, oh, no, we need a scene where, the main character and his friends kind of talk about relationships so we can get a stand. It's like, oh, no, I got you. I'll put it in there. It's fine.
Even the scene when she's trying on different outfits, just so stupid, but so funny. And he's outside, and then she comes out in the night armor. I'm just
I think your friend is outside practicing a speech to apologize. It's so good. Everything about it is good.
You're wearing Groucho glasses. You noticed.
Yeah.
At the end, she's wearing them at the wedding.
Yeah.
You look
There's
beautiful.
anything different on me?
You look the same. Do I look any different to you? It's just good. It's just good. Dom might have just sneakily picked the best movie of the year for us.
Right.
Which means, Brenden, you gotta try and outdo him, unless you want to drop the ball.
Well, I'm gonna drop the ball.
Okay, as long as we're all upfront about it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to upstage what was a fucking comedic masterpiece. I can't. I'm gonna have to go real dark after this.
Yes.
I'm surprised the user score is so low.
I'm not. Because
Because
Hereditary
I guess-
user score is low, and it's
If people were watching it to expecting a rom-com.
I know. I just
That's what I'm
in my head, I'm picturing all right, people see David Wayne and Michael Showalter and those guys attached to this movie, and they're like, oh, I know what I'm getting myself into. But
I don't think a lot of people
probably
even know who
not.
those
They're
guys
probably
are.
seeing
Yeah.
Paul
Yeah.
Rudd and Amy Schumer in a rom com.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's kind of like how I think, although I need to rewatch it, Hot Rod is funny, but
Why do people not think it's funny?
I feel like it did poorly, right?
I don't know.
No, Hot Rod's I think there's a cult following the Hot Rod.
Yeah.
By the way,
But cult movies generally don't.
Or
do
Pop
well.
Star. Pop Star is also.
no.
I still have not seen Popstar.
Someone else was bringing up Popstar, comparing it to this movie, saying it's just as good as a parody kind of thing.
How many of us have seen Popstar?
I don't even know what that is.
Maybe just
Don't
me.
stop,
totally.
never stopping.
That might be my next pick then. I might pick Pop Star. So don't watch it. None of you.
It's Andy Samberg being a Justin Bieber character.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched that.
That'll be my pick.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm trying to find.
I'm gonna do it, Twaggy.
I'll fucking still pick it. I don't give a shit. I'm not.
I feel like we've talked about the movie. I don't know what else to talk about it. I don't think there's a lot to dissect.
Break down the plot. We gotta put. Let's dissect the plot. Kind of.
Okay, what do you got, Todd?
Absolutely nothing.
I
I
mean,
think we said every joke in the movie throughout this whole.
I know we
fucking
really
podcast.
did just repeat the movie because it's that good. It's the top quotable movie of the year.
Yep.
Is it quotable?
No.
Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, I will keep using the pussy hole line, but other than that, no.
Oh man, there
Who
are
said the pussy hole line?
Bill Hader.
Bill
Bill Hader.
Yeah.
See, when you like say it and you know it's a movie that Jason Mantzoukas is in, you just assume that Mantzoukas is the one that said a line about pussy holes.
Honestly, he's probably one of the more tamer characters in the whole movie.
He is very tame in this movie compared to like everything else that he's in.
The movie is so good. The movie is so fucking good. There are a lot of good scenes too at the dinner table in the future when like I forget what Ellie Kemper's character says. She says something when it cuts to them of like, oh, so she's like, so it wasn't first love at first sight, and Paul Rudd's like, were you even listening to the story? Like, it's just so fucking good. Everything about it is so dumb and so good. It's all delivered so well. Like, it's just, if this is your type of comedy, like this is a jam. Like I can see this type of comedy not working for people, but if this is your jam, like this is a fucking banger. Like it's just, it is.
I was thinking about this and I was like, I feel like we're always joking, like we're all committed to the Todd, you're committed to the bit or something like that. And I feel like that's what this movie does.
Yeah.
It's like right up my alley. And like I grew up on, like I said, I keep on bringing up The State, which I really think you need to watch. And like that shit, like, and the Ben Stiller Show is another perfect example of like amazing sketch comedy.
I don't think I ever watched the Ben Stiller
Show. It was so good. It was very similar to The State.
Was it on Comedy Central or somewhere else?
At some point, it must have I didn't watch it like when it originally came out, but when it reran on Comedy Central, I don't know, in the last 10, 15 years, I definitely watched it and enjoyed it.
Who was in Ben Stiller Show? There were a few people, right?
I know, Andy Dick.
Hank Garofalo and Brian might have been there. Those are the only two. There was definitely a fourth person that I'm spacing out on, but Ben, Janine, I think Brian.
Oh, Bob Odenkirk was in it.
Odenkirk is the one that
Andy Dick too.
Mike, you said you locked in your next pick just now, but I thought you were gonna pick that Michael Cera movie.
Which one?
Oh, that's right. Youth in Revolt.
Youth in Revolt. Have any of you seen that movie?
No.
I don't think so.
You've all seen Juno, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I assumed so. Mike and I were talking about Michael Cera movies earlier, and I was like, fuck, I really would like to watch Juno again, but I'm assuming we've all seen it.
I'm pretty sure we probably...
Did I see Youth in Revolt?
I think we
I
saw
always wanted to see Youth in Revolt, but I never saw it.
I don't remember it being good. I rented that movie at fucking Blockbuster, or Blockbuster equivalent. I'm pretty sure it came out while we were in high school.
Yeah, well, 2009.
Yeah, so early college.
I don't remember it being good. It's when he has like a dual personality, I think, right? He's like the mustache guy, and then he's trying to be a soft guy on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I only saw the commercials, so I only knew that there was a version of him that existed with the mustache, but I did not know the full extent of why that character existed.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we don't have to vamp. If we're good on They Came Together, we can be good on They Came Together. I mean, it's a banger. Does anyone else have anything they want to say on it? Or we can wrap things up. Doesn't need to be a fucking 2-hour podcast on the movie.
We need a nice graphic for certified banger. It's like,
I would love to ask Michael Shannon why he decided that he needed to be in this film.
Let's get him on the podcast. Michael Shannon, if you're listening, get on
that
here.
Michael Shannon is he's like a jokester. I feel like he's friends with those guys.
Is he?
I'm trying to picture. I feel like he's shown up in like similar capacities and other things.
He was in what's it called? The Night Before. He's like Saint
that's
Nick.
right.
He's like the drug dealer. He's like the weed guy.
Yeah.
But he's like Saint Nick. Yeah, like he's in that. He's in a bunch of other stuff. He's in he's such a good actor too, though. Seriously. Take Shelter. Have you guys ever seen that movie?
No. But I did watch Man of Steel. I feel like that counts.
Ooh.
Does it count?
I'm going to allow it.
Okay. I mean, I guess I don't want to extend something that doesn't need to be extended. We can keep a short, little, concise episode tonight. But before we wrap up, of course, and before I reveal my movie pick for August, we'll outro the show and play the game. Thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 431 of the Pass Control podcast. Like I said at the top of the show, if you're a friend of the show, fan of the show, you want to support the show, the easiest and freest way to do that, leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to the show. Follow us on social media at Pass Controller, over on YouTube, over on Twitch. Find us everywhere. It's super appreciative if you can do that. If you have bucks kicking around, you want to support the show, you can go to passcontroller.threadless.com, get some swag, go to patreon.com/passcontroller and become a patron, or subscribe to us on Twitch at twitch.tv/passcontroller. Without further ado, the scoreboard. Let me pull that scoreboard up. The scoreboard for the year is... Dom is in first place with 41 points, Todd in second with 31, and Mike in third with 30 points. The way we do everything is we play a game at the end of the episode. Because it's a movie episode, we are going to play the movie game. So the way that works is I'm going to read random factoids about a movie. I pick 3 movies. Whoever gets the movie first gets the point. Movie number 1 is going to be... This 2013 PG-13 movie clocks in at 2 hours and 23 minutes.
Way too long for you.
What did you say, Todd?
It's way too long for you.
Yeah, too long. Mike, did you say guess? You both talked at the same time.
I think we both said the same joke.
We both said the same joke. I said Brenden should watch it.
I gotcha. I mean, clue number 2. I did not watch this movie. Not because of the runtime. The tomato meter for this is a 56, while the audience score is a 75.
2 hours and 20 minutes in 2013.
Right.
It was probably...
I feel like long movies didn't start till like the last couple of years.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Mike?
I was saying I think this is a comedy that was more in line with what people were looking
Yeah,
for.
but 2 hours and 20 minutes.
That's a lot for a comedy.
That's pretty long. But let's hear some more facts.
More facts. Let's check out the old box office mojo. This movie had a budget of $225 million dues and clocked in with a cool $670 million dues. So, taking in some dough.
It did all right.
Did okay. Did all right.
2013.
2013.
200. That's...
Is it Baby Mama?
Incorrect.
Is it the Get Smart remake?
Incorrect.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like 2008, maybe though.
You may recognize at least...
I like that line of thinking, though.
You may recognize at least 2 actors from They Came Together in this film.
I think it's the MCU. Come on.
This was a stacked cast.
I know.
2013.
You know what, Todd? I'll give it to you. You may recognize at least...
That doesn't help me at all, though.
You may recognize at least 2 actors from...
All right, so I know the 2 actors.
The MCU
All running.
are in this film. You know what? We'll take it a step further. You may recognize at least 1 actor from the John Wick universe in this film.
Ooh.
Oh. I know who it is, but now I'm trying to... I don't know his film repertoire that way. I mean,
I'm pretty sure. Let me fact check myself. I'm pretty sure I'm correct here. Okay, yes, I am correct.
Okay. I know someone who was in this movie and in the John Wick movies. I just don't know what else they would have been at that time.
I'm not making the connection.
Let's see.
Actually, I do have a guess.
Guess it out before I give more clues, Mike. Throw it out there. You don't get... What is it?
The Dictator?
Incorrect. Rotten Tomatoes says you may also enjoy X-Men Days of Future Past, Star Wars The Force Awakens, Star Trek Beyond.
Is it Ant-Man?
Incorrect. Iron Man 3 and Superman Returns.
Ant-Man 2.
Incorrect.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Incorrect.
Is it Man of Steel?
It is indeed Man of Steel. Dom takes home a big old Dommy point.
Chris Maloney. Oh, God damn it.
Dom takes home a big old Dommy point.
Who was the John character?
Chris
Lawrence
Maloney.
Fishburne.
Oh.
Who were the
Manzukis?
Who did you think it was?
two MCU?
Oh, Manzukis. The two MCU were... do I still have it up? Russell Crowe and...
Lawrence Fishburne?
Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is now in the MCU.
I could have sworn you said Lawrence Fishburne, but okay. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Wait, yeah, he was in that one.
Who?
He's
Lawrence Fishburne.
Well, I mean, I said at least two. I said at least
You
two.
did-
I
you
always
did
say
say
at
at least
least.
two.
I don't commit to anything.
New movie.
But I was thinking, I was talking about Russell Crowe and Henry Cavill. Who is Lawrence Fishburne in the MCU?
he was the giant man in
He's a
Ant-Man and the
giant
Wasp.
man,
I don't remember that.
I barely saw
I mean,
the
that's a
movie.
spoiler. I'm sorry if you're listening to this and haven't seen Deadpool yet. I apologize.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Who was in They Came Together in that movie?
Chris Maloney.
Todd got it right. Chris
Probably.
Maloney.
And who was the other? Didn't you say two?
No.
Yeah.
I think you did, because in my head, I just assumed
Brenden,
that when you said there were two in this movie.
Oh, sorry.
and two
Yes,
in the MCU.
I did say that. Michael Shannon.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I just immediately connected them, and I was like, oh, so Paul Rudd and Colby Smulders in this movie. Perfect.
Yeah, that's where my head went.
Okay. Dom gets the point. Movie number 2. You may... this 2004 rated R film clocks in at 1 hour and 28 minutes.
This sounds like a comedy.
2004?
Although 2004 rated R.
Most comedies.
2004,
Most of those
like,
comedies were rated R.
2004.
I mean,
I feel like that was the time of PG-13 comedies. They got a lot
No,
away with
'cause-
a lot.
I mean, 99 was American Pie, and that was rated R, wasn't it? So
Probably.
any of
There's
the-
nudity
know.
in it.
Was
Is
it?
nudity
All right,
rated R?
hold on. Pause. Can I guess?
You can always
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
All right, The Hangover.
Incorrect.
That
I don't
was
know
right
if that's
there.
This movie has a tomato meter of 75% with an audience score of 80.
Okay, people were kind of in line with this one.
Rotten Tomatoes says you might also like Nobody's Baby, Going the Distance, 2 movies I can't say, and Eurotrip.
how much did you say? How much it made or no?
Let's do that next, since no
Is it-
one has a guess.
Is it Gold Member?
Incorrect.
No.
That I don't expect being rated R.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Let's
the rating.
head over to our friends at
I was
Box
just-
Office Mojo. With a budget of $9 million dues,
Ooh.
this took home just shy of $24 million.
Okay. So 9 million is definitely like well within regular comedy movie budget. Brenden couldn't name 2 movies, so I'm thinking this
Yes.
out loud. I don't really care if I.
It doesn't matter. I was already on the same thing. It must be part of the franchise.
It must be part of a franchise, but I imagine with 9 million.
Wait, is it Blade
that
Trinity?
probably might be the first one.
Incorrect. Are you gonna guess something, Mike, or you're giving other people clues?
I'm giving other people clues. I'm
Yeah,
assuming
Mike
it is
just
the first
help.
film in a franchise. Yeah, keep going. You can name some other things.
Okay. Let's
4.
Did you
let's
say the runtime too?
Is it Anchorman?
incorrect.
It's not.
It is,
Anchorman's not rated R?
No.
the runtime is an hour 28. Todd.
In 2004, I would have been in high school, so I couldn't have.
I
could have.
I don't know why I'm having a brain fart here. I think there's at least one person in the MCU, but it would be like a super cameo low role. So I might like don't even take that as a clue. I'm like trying to think if one of these people is in it, but I just can't, and I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole because it's not actually a helpful clue. It's just a bit at this point, and this whole episode's committed to the bit. So you may recognize, I don't know. Again, this movie is listing it as the third billed actor on IMDb. So you may recognize the third billed actor from such things as That Thing You Do, another movie club movie. Sweet Home Alabama.
Did I pick that?
No,
I thought you did.
No,
Did I just
think
watch
you
it?
almost did. Someone almost did.
I must have just watched it then.
I mean, I watched
I just
it.
watched it on my own.
It was definitely after I saw you in the Onita shirt that I watched it because I didn't understand your shirt, and then maybe I brought it up to Jen, and Jen was like, "Oh, we should watch that movie," because I watched it.
I've got an idea.
You may also
is it Saving Silverman?
incorrect. You may also recognize this
I don't
actor
think
from
that's R either, though. That's PG-13.
Sweet Home Alabama, this film, and Vegas Vacation.
Okay, I know who the actor is.
Do you? I don't think
Third billed actor.
Who's the
Third
actor?
billed actor.
I mean, I'm not going to give that information. If Dom wants to give you an even playing field, Dom can absolutely give you the
TV player.
What's that?
I gave you his character from one of the films that Brenden listed.
Well, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, then I definitely don't know that actor's name, and I don't.
Yeah,
know.
I don't know the actor's name either.
Let's see. Not a top billed actor, but a billed actor you may recognize from such films as
third billed
as Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, this movie, Best in Show, and A Mighty Wind.
Oh wait,
so that guy is not top billed.
Not a top billed actor, but in the movie.
I don't know who you guys are having this conversation. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is.
Oh, I know who both of the people are right now. It's just not helping me.
I think I confused the third bill with the random person. Is it
American Pie 2?
Incorrect.
Is it American Pie 3?
Incorrect.
Is it American Pie 4?
Incorrect.
Wait, is it Harold and Kumar?
It is indeed Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Chris Maloney, baby. I'm making the through lines.
I can't picture TV player in that movie.
Wait, who?
Ethan Embry.
The bass player.
Ethan Embry.
The bass player.
Ethan Embry.
Ethan Embry.
He's Rusty in Vegas Vacation, Todd.
Oh, he's Rusty in Yeah, no, I know that. But who is he in Harold and Kumar? Why am I
third billed actor.
Was he like the roommate
which is wild to me. That's why I couldn't
come up with the one that was like, oh man, we had like the other roommates that got the food that they wanted when they were high, remember?
Oh, maybe.
I was thinking it was Doogie Howser that you were saying is the third billed actor. Like that was like what was like I was like no. Because he's in that movie a ton too.
Yeah.
That he would make sense to be the third billed actor.
Yeah.
So
Chris Maloney's only in that movie for like 5 minutes.
I'm nervous about the devil horns here. So if this
Who was the MCU adjacent?
I was just trying to think. I feel like did Cal Penn show up in something? I thought they did, but that's why I couldn't.
Oh yeah, I think Cal
I couldn't remember if I was just like making it up in my brain, but I felt, and I don't want to like go down a rabbit hole of like looking through his IMDb for a cameo, but I thought he showed up in something, but maybe not.
Yeah, I don't.
I could be just talking out of my ass. Like I don't fucking know.
Wait a second. You said, you did say at least one.
Yeah, I
Ryan
said
Reynolds
one.
was also in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't even listed on the IMDb.
He's in it 2 seconds.
Yeah.
He's like,
he's the doctor. He's like,
but why? But why? It's like the best.
Oh wow, that's like such a fucking hugely used fucking meme too.
Oh, 100%.
I didn't even know that was from that movie. I don't even know if I've ever seen that movie.
Oh, that movie's incredible. It's like it was such a like sleeper hit.
In high school, Todd, the three of us drove to New Jersey partially to go to White Castle.
And that's again, I was like the stoner back then. Go figure.
And we are not. We just wanted to go to White Castle.
Go to White Castle. Yeah.
We went there for White Castle, and we also went to the
Kevin Smith. Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Smith.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Well, no, we went to like his like store, didn't we? Like movies or whatever.
We went to
his comic book shop. I forget.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
But
We
didn't
also went
go
to
to,
the-
Is
like,
it not called
Yeah.
Movies?
We also
Yeah.
went to the Quick Mart.
we went to
Movies?
No.
Or
It's
is that
not
the
called
mascot from the movie or something?
That's
It's
the
from,
chain
Clerks.
from the movie.
Okay.
3 or Clerks 2.
Did we drive there in one day and come back? Like, we didn't stay there, right? We just
We
drove there and came back.
one and done, in and out.
Was the food even good? I don't even fucking remember.
Secret Stash.
Secret Stash, that is what it's called. Yes. All right. So Devil Horns, it might be too hard. If it goes nowhere, we're just gonna pick a different movie. But we're heading into movie number 3, which is a 2017 rated R film that clocks in an hour and 30 minutes.
2017 rated R.
You said an hour and 30.
Hour 30. Rotten Tomatoes has this at a 36% tomato meter and a 29% audience score.
Oof.
Holy moly!
Rotten Tomatoes says you might also enjoy Kingsman: The Secret Service, Kingsman: The Golden Circle, Search Party, The Interview, and The Heat.
2017.
Our friends over at Box Office Mojo said this movie had a budget of $42 million dues and took home a cool almost $61 million dues.
Oof.
Is it Let's Be Cops?
Incorrect.
Is it Chips?
Incorrect. You may know this director from such films as directing 50-50, directing Warm Bodies, directing The Whackness, and producing Long Shot.
Okay.
I don't.
Is 50-50 the Seth Rogen movie?
Yeah, that's
With
When he
John,
has cancer?
John,
Yeah. Joseph
Gordon-Levitt.
Gordon-Levitt.
yeah,
Joseph
yeah,
Gordon-Levitt,
Josh, yeah, Jordan, something with the J.
Could just said JGL like I did. You had to fucking try and think of a name.
You may recognize at least one actor from the MCU. And at least 2 actors from the film that we watched tonight, or watched this month. Let's see. They have this person as the third build. I don't think this is going to help you, but we'll find out. You may recognize the third build actress from such things as this movie, Something I Can't Say, Another Thing I Can't Say, and Trainwreck.
I remember like 3 people from that film. One of them is the main character, who I can't imagine it is, and one of them is John Cena, and one of them is LeBron James.
I will say the third build
It's Dickie Stanicky. That's what it is.
Incorrect. I will say the third build actress for the things I just read, they were a producer on those things, so I don't even know if they are in those movies. But they are apparently in this movie. You may recognize the second build. I'm actually... Okay, no. I'm still...
Call it off. No
I'm still very confused. But you may recognize the second build actress from their 2 Oscar nominations, one being a win, a nomination in 1981 for Private Benjamin, and a win in 1970 for Cactus Flower.
Oh, wow.
That's the second build?
Second build. You may also recognize them from such films as 1987's Overboard, or 1992's Death Becomes Her, or 1996's
All right, so I know the actress.
The First Wives Club.
I have no idea what movie this would be. Though.
Damn. If only I didn't watch Death Becomes Her like when I was 5 years old.
Oh, it's so good too. It's like holds up. It definitely holds up. Is it Meryl Streep in that too? Isn't she like one of the main people? Am I going crazy?
I don't know. I remember Bruce Willis was there, right?
Yep.
That's all I got.
Who else? Who's the other person? Come on.
It was 2 women and they couldn't die. I don't remember what else happened.
I can still remember the poster. Like they have like a
Got, like, a
candle.
hole in her
the
chest.
girls, yeah, hole in the chest, and he's holding the candle through the hole. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you guys who the actress is because I don't think any of us are going to get this. It's Goldie Hawn.
Okay.
It is indeed Goldie Hawn. You may recognize the top billed actress from their multiple Primetime Emmy Award nominations.
Ooh.
Do they have any wins? Let's see.
This is an interesting cast.
They have one win in 2015 for Outstanding Variety Sketch Series. The rest are all nominations.
Goldie Hawn.
In what year?
2015.
What year was the
2015?
If Goldie Hawn did a 2017 movie, like no one knows. Like Goldie Hawn hasn't fucking had any notoriety for fucking like 20 years. So this is obviously a fucking massive failure.
You may recognize the top billed actress from such films as Trainwreck, this film, something else I can't say, and I Feel Pretty.
I think we all know who the actress is.
Do we?
Oh, I do. Okay.
I mean, Todd is making a lot of noises, so Todd must have an opinion on who this person is.
I mean, I have to imagine that I know who Todd thinks it is.
Listen, if he thinks it's Amy Schumer, I don't know any other Amy Schumer movies.
Yeah,
but why does Brenden keep saying a movie that he can't say? She doesn't have any franchise. Like, she doesn't have any movies that have sequels.
Sorry, it's a television series. I can't say, but now that you all know it's Amy Schumer, it's inside Amy Schumer. So that was the thing I could not say. For the third billed actress, they were a producer on multiple Amy Schumer projects that have Amy Schumer's name in the title. That's why I didn't say them.
No, what?
Oh, is it Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels?
Incorrect.
Amy Schumer and Goldie Hawn. Amy Schumer films. Trainwreck.
Yep.
I'm
Trainwreck. Yeah,
this might be Devil Horns. We might just be moving on. We might just be moving on to something different.
All right, Trainwreck is the one with
Bill
Goldie
Hader.
Hawn.
Yeah, well, that's why I stopped saying Bill Hader, because I couldn't remember if it was the one with Bill Hader, and Bill Hader was in today's movie, and I was like, "Oh, wait a second."
Overboard.
Did I just think of another movie?
Giveaway on Goldie Hawn.
Wait, what'd you say, Don?
Bill Hader was in They Came Together, and that's why in my head I was like, "Oh, wait a second, do I not say that? Did I think of another Amy Schumer movie?" But I think that was Trainwreck.
I didn't see Trainwreck, but I was under the impression that he was the love interest in that film. I could be wrong because I didn't see it, but I feel like I knew he was in the film.
John Cena was there,
And his name was.
and he was naked.
Is this a too hard? Did we go
don't know
too far?
I don't think I could come up with another Amy Schumer film.
I feel like we've been given, like, once we realize it starred Amy Schumer, we should have been able to name something, but we're stuck at Trainwreck. I don't know what to say.
All right, I guess we were gonna move on.
What was the name of the movie?
Who was the third billed actress, real quick?
I already closed out the tab. Let me pull it back up.
Oh, if it's not, never mind. If you don't even know who it was, like
Kim Caramel.
Yeah.
This is a stump, a rare stump.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be.
Is it though? Because I don't think anyone would have ever guessed this movie.
You said
You went into this saying
Yeah.
you guys are probably not.
I gotta
gonna
test the waters. I gotta see who knows what, where people are at. I don't know everyone's knowledge.
Wait, did you see the movie yet or what?
This is 2017 rated R comedy, Snatched.
Oh, the one with Brad Pitt when he's a boxer?
That's Snatch.
Brenden, for the record, I should probably double check this. Control-Shift-T immediately reopens a closed tab.
I don't like computers.
Did anybody else see
Like-
Trainwreck? Is that a movie that I should pick?
I did not see that movie.
You can pick it. I haven't seen it.
I'm not gonna watch it if you pick it.
All right. Well,
LeBron was really good in it. I'll give props.
I am going to pivot to a fourth bonus movie that we need to get points for.
Bonus round.
So let's do that.
I need to look at the cover of Snatched.
Let's see. This. Let me pull this tab up. Sorry. This.
Oh, you know who was in Snatched?
Who?
Chris Maloney.
I knew it. I knew there was a thriller.
This.
Mike Barinholtz.
This PG film, clocking it at an hour and 44 minutes, has a budget that is not listed here. What the fuck?
Did you give a year?
Nope.
Okay.
According to a quick Google search, this has a budget of 110 million. According to Box Office Mojo, this movie took in 186 million.
Ouch.
Almost 187. We'll give it 187. Just shy of
PG.
187.
I'm sorry. Did you say what year?
Nope.
He did not. I feel like there's a reason for that. Is it?
I mean, just keep asking and see if you
Is it Clueless?
Incorrect.
Did you say what year?
Incorrect. Rotten Tomatoes has this at a 49% tomato meter with an 88% audience score.
Hey, the people's movie.
PG.
Rotten
Oh
Tom.
yeah, I keep on forgetting it's PG.
Rot Toms says you might also like The Munsters, Ghost Hunters on Icy Trails, Tooth Fairy,
What year was this again?
Nanny McPhee Returns, and
Oh, is it Adam's Family?
incorrect, and Thunderstruck.
Adam's Family Values?
Incorrect, and Thunderstruck. Let's see. You might know.
Is it Beverly Hillbillies?
Incorrect. You might know at least one of the actors in this film from a recent season of Celebrity Big Brother. No one's
Nope,
going to know that.
I wouldn't. I would not. You're right. I would not.
You may also know two of the lead actors from the MCU.
A really cool hat.
Oh, really cool. Let's see.
Mike, what Big Brother knowledge have you absorbed?
Let's see. Let's go down. Let's go down the
I
Big
have
Brother
heard
angle.
most of it.
Let's go down the Big Brother angle. The actor that's listed on the IMDb page for this film.
How high up is this actor? Is this going to help us at all?
Let's find out. This actor, who appeared in a recent season of Celebrity Big Brother, has
Doesn't have a lot of money.
That's not going to help you. I'm going to back out of that page.
Wait, who was the one? Wait. I guess
got it.
I guessed Beverly Hillbillies already, right?
Incorrect. You may also know the actor that appeared in Celebrity Big Brother from such things as this film,
I know what it is.
Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy.
I got this, guys.
Who is it, Todd?
It's If.
It is indeed If. What
Yes,
the fuck?
Chris Maloney. He's a fucking voice in that.
Did you just Google that?
No, I just watched that movie fairly recently.
Who was the Big Brother person?
I don't know about that. I'm just guessing off of Chris Maloney movies.
Let's see if you can get it. You may recognize them from
I thought
If.
that was PG-13, actually.
You may recognize them from If, Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, Inside Out 2,
Wait, really?
and Saturday Night Live.
Oh, it is.
Not Bill Hader.
No, it's
Louis Black.
I can't get him doing the fucking
Dom definitely knows who it is.
Chris
Oh.
like Kattan.
No, incorrect.
Wasn't Chris Kattan the one that was on Celebrity Big Brother?
First of all,
No, you're
I don't know
thinking
why
of
you know
Celebrity
that, but he might have.
Because he left. He went home because he wanted to be with his family.
I have to.
Wasn't that
actually-
Chris Kattan?
Why do you know that? But But that might have also happened. Let me find out.
More of an SNL guy.
Yes, he was on a season of Celebrity Big Brother. I forgot that he was there. So another person that was also on SNL that was on fucking Big Brother. It's a memorable cast member. A name that you all know. What'd you say?
I said Chris Parnell.
No. You may all recognize. You may also recognize
Amy Poehler's in Inside Out and SNL.
You may also recognize them from the TV series Pupstruction. They're in 15 episodes. You may also recognize them from the TV series Monsters at Work. Unfrosted.
Is it Bill Hader?
Incorrect. Nature's Cat Movie Special Extraordinaire. Crapopolis. Nature Cat. Ex-Husband. Summer Camp Island. Alice's Wonderland Bakery. Party Down. 1 episode. Reno 911, It's a Wonderful Heist. Blockbuster. Saturday Night Live. From 2008 to 2022. Batman The Audio Adventures. Clerks 3. Guy's Ultimate Game Night. Yes, that is Guy Fieri. Star Trek Lower Decks.
Hey, was your through line Chris Maloney?
Bingo. The Glue Factory, Crank Yankers, Mr. Mayor, Marvel Squirrel Girl, The Unbeatable Radio Show, 1 episode, Lightning Wolves, Battle Kitty, Kid Cosmic, Dogs in Space, It's Pony, Comedy Bang Bang. This guy gets a lot of voice work. Star Wars Visions, Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, Last Call, Miracle Workers, Melinda's Wish, Descendants, The Royal Wedding. I don't know, a lot of voice work. He's in 1 episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars. And 15 episodes of Star Wars Resistance. Did you watch that, Tom?
I watched half of it. I watched like the first season.
No more guess. 2 episodes of Drunk History. The Secret Life of Pets 2.
I mean, a lot of these things are
1 episode of Detroiters.
2008 to 22.
8 to 22. 1 episode of Bob's Burgers.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of voice work and or like something that would have a bunch of things, and he popped in like 1 episode.
Why We're Killing Gunther. The Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature. That's Todd. Nature Cat, Ocean Commotion. He's in all the Nature Cat shit, Mike. The Book of Henry. I'm skipping TV series. Doctors. Brother Nature. The Secret Life of Pets 1.
Horatio Sands.
Incorrect.
A good guess. I mean, it's not because he wasn't on the show 2 years ago, but
yeah.
Sisters.
He does a lot of voice work.
I would have to fact check myself. I'm pretty sure he was not a cast member 2 years ago. It must have been like a cameo appearance because I want to say that they left the show longer than that ago. Again, memorable cast member.
Jason Sudeikis.
Incorrect. 1 episode of The Simpsons. I don't think they're in Ted 2, playing themselves apparently. Inside Out.
They were in the first one?
They were in the first and the second one.
Okay.
Is it?
Slow Learners, Prom Queen, Annie, Bread and Butter, Adult Beginners, Delivery Man, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, 2 episodes.
Bill Hader wasn't in the second one.
I already guessed Bill Hader.
Okay.
Monsters University.
I didn't watch that one.
Grown Ups 2.
I didn't watch that either.
1 episode of Portlandia.
He was in Grown Ups too?
Yes. It's got to be an extremely small role. They're listed as male cheerleader, so I'm assuming it's just like a cameo.
Oh, it's Andy Samberg?
Incorrect.
It's...
I almost want to make this worth points at this point.
Andy Samberg was a cheerleader. Who else was there?
No, he's an actor.
Oh, Bobby Moynihan.
Bang. There it is.
That took far too long.
Yeah, it really did.
So I get points for that, right?
I don't know who Bobby was in Inside Out.
He was... I think Bobby is one of the mind cops? Thought cops?
Okay.
So that ends this week's episode with Dom still in first at 42. Todd taking home 2 big boy points with 33, and Mike sitting still in third with 30 points. That'll do it for this week's episode 431. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time.